write and play.
We are small kids. We don't know what students know.
I do many activities here.
I'll study Hindi, English, mathematics.
For studying. Nice to come to school. If you don't, how you will learn? I love my teacher. Our teachers teach us very well. I want to see my friends. There are so many assemblies and programs. I love to do the activities. I can play with my friends because I can play.
We learn new things in school.
I like to play with my friends in school.
You can study new things.
To study and learn. To make friends.
That I'll have in a school, which will be totally different from all the conventional schools. We should have a day boarding school. We should have a school with minimum homework. We should have a school with parents' acceptability.
Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan globally is a school with a difference.
The dictum of our chairman is be creative, innovate, and be unique in whatever you do.
He wanted to start a school system purely student-centered.
A child, when he comes out of Bhavans or when she comes out of Bhavans and they know that this child is from Bhavans, they would attach a particular character to that child and they would say, yes, this child is from Bhavans, and it is a given that that child has a particular character, a good character. And that's the kind of school I think we should be having.
Vision is to become a global citizen, and definitely in that way our children are moving towards being a global citizen.
And if you see in our school, each department has its own vision.
And we have the culture of no homework, For this period, we have need to have extra time for that also, so that they get the time to do the homework in the school itself.
Concept of education, we don't have to teach the children, but only thing is we have to help them to learn. So I don't believe in teaching. It is very difficult to teach anybody. Very, very difficult. But if you give an attitude to children to learn, or to give them interest to learn.
The moment things are kept very simple, and the moment every child enjoys when they come into school, and that's education. It starts from there. It all adds up to the process of bringing them up as good, and mature, responsible individuals. Because if they're not motivated, they would not have the enthusiasm. And if they're motivated, they would obviously get the required information that they need as students.
I've learned that education is not just having a lot of degrees. Education is life itself. And what you have learned in the school, you have forgotten, but it stays in you. That is education.
Education is not just gathering knowledge. It's not just having the facts collected. It's not a collection of facts. It has to be learned. You have to relearn it and unlearn the whole thing.
We have two kinds of education. That is education based on intellect, education based on value. Intellectual education is influencing the head, and value based education is influencing heart. So a proper education is training for both heart and head. So we believe in that.
Education is something which should bring a positive change in the child. It is not only the textual or factual knowledge which is going to matter, it is a way of life.
I would say education is an experience. It's a lifelong experience, and our school or any school is supposed to provide you an experience, and our school, Private International English School, gives us one of the best experience in learning. So the basic need of school is that the teacher should be able to understand the child. So one thing the school taught me, the teachers, the management, or any staff in the school has taught me is that you need to learn from your own self. Everything should come from your heart, that you want to learn, you understand on your own.
She teaches very nicely. It is very interesting in her class, especially. She breaks down the topic very slowly, and for all to understand, she explains the topic.
The way that we learn, it's always very interactive.
We try to instill various values in our children. They are respect, tolerance, caring, loving, sharing through various activities and through various teaching lessons.
We understand that, the mental realm is hardly touched. So to test the mental realm, we have to go as per the innate tendencies of the individual. Then only real education will happen.
Child should be able to understand his passion or his interest by making them understand the real aspects of mathematics rather than going into textbook and teaching them the factual or textual math.
Here we have a holistic development. We are aiming in the holistic development of our students.
We can't say that they only learn through the classroom teaching, but the activities, we can differentiate that when they do some activities, they will be good in that.
So our strategy, again not by the book, our strategy as a teacher instinctively changes. So we would operate more like a finishing school where we train them on their small little gaps.
We attempt to bring to the child those values that we hold dear to heart. So in the process of the classroom, those values are highlighted.
They learn by imitation. So that's the first thing. So if you set a good example in front of them, I'm sure they would go back and try to do the same. For instance, if I shout in the class, I cannot tell my students to be polite. So I set the example for them.
When they learn to tolerate the difference, life would be better.
I get inspired by the kids, the way they talk to me, the way they come up with their ideas, all those, and the way they express, how when I teach and how they express it in their way.
We give a lot of importance to our students' social and emotional well-being. We try to nurture their sense of curiosity through play-based teaching.
This is such a temple of learning where students as well as teachers get ample opportunity to learn and grow.
And you don't need to be molding them and telling them respect and all that. It is not taught, it is caught. So values it is embedded in them.
Bhavans is a horse with a different color. We make our teachers, our soldiers, equipped with all the tools.
Working together with all my teachers is a great success as we strongly believe and execute team spirit in its true fervor.
And we believe in a teamwork because we believe that teamwork make wonders in dream work.
This year it is considered as the year of giving as per the UAE ministry. So all the students from Bhavans, they contributed very well. So we are lucky to have such parents as well as the students, those who contribute to this.
The Red Crescent had come and we had kept certain boxes in the assembly area so that students can donate.
US has identified 15 jobs which which are unknown today, right? So schools have to be making children aware of those jobs and training them for that. Now we like to go a step further. Why not create entrepreneurs? Why do they want to stereotype themselves into a 9-to-5 job? I mean, they might have the comfort of a job and things like that, but if they're able to think out of the box.
We want children to be all-rounders. Understand, not exclusively studies, not bookish, not bookworms. They have to be all-rounders. They have to mold themselves, develop themselves in all fields.
In another 10 years or 15 years, you will not get the job for what you're studying. Understood? So unless and until we tell them to deviate from the normal, scenario and think out of the box. Entrepreneurship is something that is so vivid.
The education which we had just equipped us to survive in our local area, that's all. We cannot think out of the box. We can't go out of the state. But now education is focusing or equipping children to become global citizens who can go anywhere and work. That is present education, especially we focus in Bhavans.
Yeah, entrepreneurship was there last year for us. Basically, we got to form groups and we got to create our own products like paints and different things, like whatever they wanted to sell.
You're creating a product, you're putting your innovation in it and showing it to the world. What happens is people come, they get attracted, they buy it. Not only that, they go tell it to others.
Find what your talent. First, think about who you are, who you want to become, and then come for this entrepreneurship and be ready to take risks in life.
So I would like everyone to be very creative
being creative through learning?
Yes, we had recently just had the ICT Expo where we could create programs, technology or apps, games, anything we could, and we could present it in front of teachers and parents.
I think what Bhavans is doing is really great because you need to be a leader. Okay, you need not be a worker. See, the worker concept has already changed. So Bhavans is really imparting the leadership quality, which is more important, because every student or every kid which will come out of Bhavans will have this quality.
We don't ask the children to strive for the extraordinary. Understand? We ask them to marvel and enjoy the ordinary so that extraordinary can be. They can evolve extraordinary later.
Whichever areas he is perfect and he has to be developed, we develop the child. And that too, it's not by force. It is by his own interest. He comes forward and sits with the teacher. One-to-one teaching is done.
So you are only able to build a school when you have students from different talent levels, and that is also a challenge for teachers. They are able to get motivated to teach different kinds of students.
Our approach to professional working style is different. Ours is open door policy. So we do deal with the people directly. Any parent can come at any time and meet the school authorities. They have full freedom to do so.
And we have to respect them maximum what we can. And unless they come and express their concerns, and we cannot do anything beyond that. So they have to approach us at any time they want. Even if I get calls maybe late in the night or early morning, I attend all the calls whenever I receive it.
But the moment they know that yes, they have a place where they can go and immediately voice whatever they something that they have as an idea, and if they know that there is no barrier to it, that they can go and meet the principal or the vice principal or even the HODs, without having to book an appointment.
See, if you have a in-between barrier in between, somebody to control, you don't have that, that attachment will not be there, You have to so many, steps to be taken up. In this case, everybody is free for you to help you out, whatever the thing you want.
We value each and every suggestion from the parents as well as from the students.
And we are people to take care of you, and we will direct you and we will guide you.
All the teachers understands us really well. They always look forward for our success.
We have a very good relation between ourselves and the teachers. We have teachers who will wait and who will be ready to explain to you things 100 times until you're done. So that really helps you if you want to learn.
The teachers and the principal are very kind and very friendly. It's very easy to communicate with them.
Principal mom is very friendly and she is easy to talk to. You can tell her all your ideas. I feel very friendly around her.
We have a special site, LMS, provided by the school. So in that LMS, our teachers' mobile numbers are provided. If we have any doubt, we can call them and ask.
And it's not only that they meet in PTM only. There's a vivid and active discussion among both the parties.
They are having good communication with the parents, and they are also giving the feedback and having monthly meetings, and the parents can give their consent to the teacher, and teacher will be giving the feedback as well as.
Yeah, they're readily accessible. Actually, we can talk to them every evening when we are back home. Every day we get an opportunity to track our child's progress in the class, which are their shortcomings or whatever is there, and if they have any problem, we can address it to the teacher directly. This principal is also always available. We don't have to take an appointment to go to meet her. She's always available for us.
Nowadays, everyone is business oriented only. So I feel that thinking about children, that school should deserve a lot of appreciation first of all. So, because that is the only reason why I chose the school for my child.
There are some institutions, some school which gives that along with basic education, discipline, moral values. Especially as an Indian, we see certain aspects which is probably not every institution can give in UAE. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is one which can give us an Indianized education where our children grow up in a better way.
From the school itself, they are giving the lot of activities, and from the school itself, not need to go to the house and do the work. This is the big advantage I saw regard this school.
So this school is giving our kids a lot of foundation, a lot of information, a lot of fun, education to grow as good citizens in life.
The school is very open-hearted. Like that's the specialty I find in this school, because if I have any issue, I can openly discuss with the staff and teachers and principal as well.
Yes, Bhavans has done a lot of activities which has helped my children develop in a mentally, emotionally and skillful way.
In order to keep your personality and to keep the person who you are in its original state, you need to have your dreams.
My dream, my ambition is to get a bachelor's in electrical engineering, a master's in nanotechnology.
I know for sure I'm just going to follow my dream, my dancing career.
I want to be a genetic engineer and I want to be a weapons manufacturer.
I'm going for investment banking.
I want to be a director or a cinematographer one day.
With being an actor, it's very important for you to be a performer. And as a performer, your only goal is to sell yourself.
And then start my own restaurant.
Being a soccer player or getting involved in art, something in art.